All right, so he's looking pretty good here. I went back and double coated all the colors on his braid wraps here, and also around the neck, the chest piece, even this here. And also up here on the choker, just to make the colors stand out that much more. So let's just, I always do that. Once the surface is dry, because if it's completely dry, you have a tendency to cover 100%, because the color stays on top of the wood instead of soaking down through it like around here. And well, basically everything when we first did it was wet and it pulled it down in. But being as it's dry, the paint's going to just stay on the surface, so your colors are going to be a lot stronger. So anyway, but not here, and not on the shirt, and not up here. I want this to be a wash, not a solid color. Okay? Hope that's understandable. So let me separate everything again here. Alrighty, so today we're going to try to do this beaded strip. And to do that, I got me a little guide here. I use this when I'm doing beading and stuff. It keeps everything in order. You know, you get to keep your lines straight. And this has 4 separations for the beads. That's not technically correct, but it's okay for what I'm doing here. Thing is, this is just a caricature. You can see that I've done that here, so you can see them here, the deeper lines. The reason when Indians bead, they generally, just a second, let me find something I'll show you. Okay, in this book here, Complete Guide to Traditional Native American Beadwork, it shows you how they accomplish these beautiful designs and techniques on their shirts and clothing and for their horses, just about for everything. But anyway, when they're doing beading, let me find the clearest example here. I'll just use this one down here as an example. See the line separations there. So there's 3 here, and there's 3 more here. And you can see the individual beads here. What they do is they string so many beads onto a thread, or sinew in their case, and then they take a stitch down, come back up, string a certain equal amount of beads, stitch down, come back up. Again, an equal amount of beads, come down, come back up, and just go on. And that's what holds the beads down. Now these beads, you know, they can kind of move around. You can see right here where one of the strings busted and broke. But by stitching them like they did, instead of trying to go completely across, they divided it up into 3. So they only lost this part. I mean, this was their clothing. This is what they wore every day. And here's another spot down here. Anyway, that's how they do it. And here's a choker, or a neck piece, like we did on our own little carving here. They've got, let's see here, looks like that. No, that's too small for me to count. My eyes ain't like they used to be. 3 strings. But anyway, some of these beading patterns, they where'd that go? I'm kind of deviating from carving here, but I just want you to see. I don't know, where'd that little loom go? There it is. They also use these little looms, they'll do their beadwork on the loom like this, and then sew it down as a strip. They won't bead directly onto the robe itself until they get their strips made. Like this piece here will be a complete strip, and then they will sew that down to the shirt. Ingenious. Anyway, so I was looking around for a simple design this time, that's easily accomplished, and I found one. It's not really a shirt design, but then again, it can be, you can apply these designs on anything that you want to. It's this one right here. I thought this was really pretty. Now what this is here, this is a saddle blanket. And this is the ridge of the horse here, and it drapes over the top of the horse. But the beading pattern I thought was really pretty. And it looks fairly simple to do. So that's what we're going to try to do, all right? Now, things are getting crowded around here. I guess that'll work. So anyway, like I say, on my little pattern here I have the 4 strips. On here I have the same amount. So what we're going to do is make our square about the same here. So doing this comes to about there, and then back here. That will give us 2 of these. All right. So I want to keep away from the bottom edge. So I'm just going to indicate on this of the top and the bottom. All right. And then we will find the center, which is right here. And then we will draw our line. A little thicker down there than up here. Alrighty. And we'll look at the design here. Now this one here is solid blue with a yellow center. This one here is blue and red triangles with a solid yellow center. So I think we're going to do this one first. Alright. So that is a midnight blue, my favorite color, one of my favorite colors. Take too much there. Wipe off that excess paint off the nozzle so it doesn't freeze up there. So we want to make sure we try to save that area there. Now you will note that my lines aren't necessarily, well, they look all right. Although the upper and lower ones are a little longer than the two coming out the side, but that's okay. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Now I'm going to use a liner brush. Gives me a nice clean line. All right. And it's also because the brush is long, it absorbs your shaking hand. And my hands are shaking because I'm not as steady as I used to be. Now I could use a thicker brush here to fill in these areas, but I will just go ahead and do it this way. That line there is kind of... That's my flag out there, flag pole out there, knocking against the porch. Okay. Now we're going to dry that just a little. Now with yellow ochre. Just get a little out of the cap here. It's bad enough having a nervous hand, but then doing it in front of a bunch of people makes it even worse. I'm going to double coat that. And this is just, what is this, yellow. Gee, it doesn't have a fancy name. I thought it'd be school bus yellow or something like that. Okay, here's another liner. This one's even thinner than this one here. And if you look at this, you look at these, this one here especially, this is the one we're doing, it's outlined in red. So, let me go ahead and paint my yellow in here. Yellow is a transparent color, at least it is in these craft paints. So I use the yellow ochre as a base color to brighten, allow the following yellow to show up more, but even then you have to double coat that yellow because it is so transparent. Alright. We'll take a break here, let Judy rest her arm. You can see I'm outlining the colors in red. And this brush here that I'm using is even smaller than that brush there, because what I did was I took a razor blade and cut about half the hairs off of here, so I'd have a real thin one. Don't get too close, Judy. I can't see. And again, because this is a liner brush with long bristles, it absorbs the wiggly movement of your hand. Fortunately for me. Let me get this straight up there. Put the paint on a little heavier on this one. I think that looks pretty good, don't you? I like that. All right. Now that I've shown you that, I'm going to wait and do this one later. You saw how I did this, so I'll do this one up here off camera because I want to finish this thing today, except putting it all together, which we'll do in the last video, okay? But I still want to put something here in this big blank area, okay? So let me find some things and then I'll be back. All right, I'm kind of finishing these because my hands, I was thinking of putting something here, but my hand is just too shaky today, so I'm not going to do it and run the risk of not doing the best I can. I like that. Got a little spot there I got to touch. Now I'll go ahead and finish this other one up here off camera, but I have one more little thing I want to do here. I'm just going to put an end to this strip. Is it, oh God, I'm just hanging. Just white going all the way down. With the black on here, this will stop that. Give it a finished look. Needs to be a little thicker right here. Whew. Let's just check to see what this looks like.
God, you just put the black on it.
That's right. Wouldn't you know it? Well, I don't know what kind of peaks there. I think that looks good.
You get it on the braid?
No.
Nope. Okay.
So I'll go ahead and do the top one and give some thought to what to do here. Might be off camera, I don't know, because I really want to finish this tomorrow. Anyway, what I was thinking about, hang on here, here's another bust I've done. And this is what I'm talking about here. Don't zoom in too close. Oh, also, one more thing I forgot. But anyway, something like this. Not necessarily this, but something like this. It just, fills up that blank area. Because this and that, they're kind of dominant, and I don't want that to happen. So let me just set this one back over here and get my feathers. Finish this. So, with yellow ochre, putting it on here fairly strong. Don't want a even line. Okay, I got some red out here, so I'm just going to use it. That looks good. Now I'll see if I can do the quill.
Why
Back to the
don't you
mudstone.
blow dry the,
Hmm?
why don't you blow dry the?
No, that's okay. I don't need to worry about that. Back to the mudstone. And find the right quill brush. Make that a little thicker there. See how I just bled that out there? That's all you need, just a highlight. You don't need a whole bunch. You don't want one detail covering up another one. And if you go back, you run the risk of goofing up, which is bad in my book, like I did just did there.
Watch where you put it.
Looks good. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. Alrighty. So until the next time, I'll talk to you later.